How's it going, everyone? I've got an encore video for you today. This is round 2 of Nova going up against Venom Goblin on heroic difficulty. I did post one video of this matchup already, and although I did believe I had won that game, realized after the fact, thanks to an eagle-eyed commenter, that I had made a rules mistake that I think was significant enough to sort of taint the victory, and so try to get a cleaner run today. We're playing the exact same deck. I did a deck and scenario breakdown in that first video if you want to check that out first. But this is sort of my channel goal is to have a win of every scenario on heroic difficulty. And so I don't want that to be tarnished by a sort of critical rules error, so expect more of the same kind of play patterns and such that we saw in the first video, but hopefully this will be the one that I can call out as my claim to defeating Venom Goblin on heroic difficulty. The mistake we made was Shadow of the Past gives us a side scheme that makes us discard cards with printed wild resources. And I had even checked my deck beforehand, made sure there's no printed wild resources on any cards in my deck. But as it turns out, the specialization from specialized training that we got does have a wild resource, and so I forgot to discard that, which I should have. Alright, so looking for wild resources in the opening hand, someone to block with, like Nick Fury. So I'm tempted to keep the Skilled Investigator, just because it's a great card, very easy to slip in on this first turn. Specialized Training is another one I'm really interested in keeping. It just helps us set up so well. The issue is I can't play all three of these unless I draw into some double resources and or a wild resource. But I really like getting the Specialized Training early. I could skip the Skilled Investigator, I suppose. Well, no, it doesn't work anyways, because if I have to pay 2 to get the helmet, 2, 3, 4 for Nick, leaves us with nothing in hand. So I think I'm going to pass on the Specialized Training for now. Feels kind of bad, but a lot of important stuff for us to be drawing into. I'll keep the Skilled Investigator. Well, no, I think I should just need to get rid of everything. Okay, there's our connection to the world mind, so we can go get our Supernova helmet. I'm going to play a little faster, not explain quite everything I'm doing like I did in the first video. I think the first video was a pretty representative game. So if you want to really see how this deck works, how the matchup works, I read out more of the cards there. But I want to make this a little faster for people to watch, and my channel is a little geared towards more established intermediate to advanced players anyways, who hopefully are familiar with most of these cards. So let's go 4 for Nick. Doing that in Alter Ego just in case I draw Jesse. Flip, play build support. So do I use this Unleash Nova Force to draw these 3? Or hopefully all, yeah, I guess I can do all 3. Or do I hang on to it for next turn? I've generally liked playing it on this first turn, because especially with Generation X in the deck, there's 2 more copies, effectively. So we'll play the Unleash Nova Force. I'll read this one, I guess, because it's important, but every time we defeat an enemy or remove the last scheme, or last threat from a scheme, ready Nova and draw a card. So the best card easily in the deck, especially for this matchup with the 3 side schemes. So we'll start by clearing the last threat off Lower Manhattan, and whenever we use a basic power, we ready the helmet. Ooh, a nice light speed flight to clear the build support. We won't always be able to use the helmet efficiently, because if we get so many readies and just not stuff in hand to use it on. So thwart Midtown Manhattan for 1. Light speed flight, build support. So we'll ready and draw for Unleash, and then get the Quinn Carrier from build support. Ironheart's kind of nice. It's on this first turn where we get extra encounter cards. Can be nice to have 2 blockers out. Whoops, and this should be maybe left over from my last game. It should be on starts the game on Midtown Manhattan. So thwart Midtown Manhattan. Oh, so we could play Ironheart, or we could set up Jesse. Can we do both? Yeah, we can do both, so pay 2 for Ironheart to draw. Okay, well I really want to play that Generation X though. So I guess we'll just attack Venom Goblin. So do I want to keep connection to the World Mind in hand, or would I rather get Overwatch out on something? Because we'll get that out for sure. Nick will attack Venom Goblin for 2. Actually, let's have Nick thwart this for 2. Don't want to clear it right now, but do want to make it as easy to clear as possible. Next turn, Ironheart can attack for 1. Actually, we're going to... Yeah, we'll attack. I think it's likely enough that she'll have to block, although we'd like to use that point on a minion or side scheme. I think I'd rather just get Overwatch out. So pay 2 for Jesse, and then stick the Overwatch here. All right. So very good first turn, thanks to Unleash Nova Force. And we got some blockers out. So the risk is that when we play Unleash that first turn, we risk not having it as often the next few turns. So we'll see if that bites us. A decent amount of thwarting in hand, which is good for an Unleash turn if we want to do that immediately. So step 1 of the villain phase, 1 threat. Venom Goblin attacks. Nick blocks. We'll move the glider counter here. Put 1 threat on everything. And then begin our encounter chain. Exhaustion. Venom Goblin schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's move to Midtown Manhattan and take 2 indirect. Pretty decent life total, since we have another blocker up as well. After villain takes any damage from an attack, give it a boost card. If it's 3 or more attack, discard this card. Not too bad a 1. Okay, Enraged Symbiote, also not too bad. And another scheme. So for 1, 2, if it's an attack, it gets +2, so it's not, so just 2. Then we have to move here, which is uniquely the lowest. So we'll discard a card. Probably the Stealth Strike is the worst here. Stealth Strike does give us a kill on Enraged Symbiote from hand, using Nova, but uses a lot of resources to do that. I think I'll just discard Stealth Strike. Okay, so first kind of crucial turn of the game, and we did pretty well, all things considered. Decent amount of threat, but a good hand that lines up with removing a bunch of threat this turn. So I do think we'll need to get our Unleash Nova Force here. So is it more awkward than I thought here? Because I need to clear this to get it. But then I don't have a way to actually ready. So, okay, let me backtrack a little, because the very last thing that we did was choose what to discard. So I might discard something else if I think about this a little harder. Yeah, I think I do need to keep that Stealth Strike to kill this symbiote. So we'll discard a either multitasking or clear the area. We'll go clear. No, I'd rather have the draw, I think. So now, right, okay. So if we'll start by clear the area, Generation X. So we'll draw from clear the area, get Unleash back in hand. Want to take from the discard because we still want to draw the one from the deck. So now we can get Unleash active. And pay 3 for Stealth Strike on the symbiote. So that'll kill it. We get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We'll go here. And then defeat an enemy, so ready and draw. thwart Lower Manhattan for 1, which readies the helmet. Helmet for light speed flight. We'll pop Overwatch to remove 3 from here. So we cleared that. So we ready and draw. Clear Midtown Manhattan. Ready and draw. And so we could get out Miss Marvel here. Don't have a perfect way to finish off Upper Manhattan. I could either use up Ironheart's last hit point or use one of Miss Marvel's hit points. I think between the two of those, I'd rather use Miss Marvel. Wasp can clear it more efficiently, but we don't get to draw off of Unleash, which I think we definitely want to do whenever we can. I think I value Ironheart as the blocker, so pay 3 for Miss Marvel. Thwart this for 1. Finish it off with Nova. And don't want to attack here to give Venom a boost card, so we'll just flip down. Might as well recover. Activate Jesse. Okay, so I definitely like where we are. Only thing missing is the specialization. Should be drawing into one more Unleash Nova Force in the deck. Got Miss Marvel out to bounce it back to hand for a couple turns. So this is the kind of start that we need to have a chance. Flipping to stage 3 is always a risky turn, and then just Venom Goblin stage 3 is tough to handle in general. So can never be too confident, but it's looking all right. So at the end of the turn, I'm going to discard both of these from hand, just because it's so important to draw towards Unleash Nova Force. There we go. And yeah, we had 2 cards left in deck, so almost guaranteed to draw it there. And here we go. Venom Goblin Schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what do we want to do with the glider counter? Don't have a ton of scheming up. So I think I'm actually just going to take indirect damage here. If we can just keep these at 1, right, we can clear both of them with Sam's activation alone. And 2 encounter cards. Okay, Joyride. Move the glider counter to the main scheme with the most threat and resolve its special. So we will discard a card from hand. I mean, Stealth Strike is the worst card, but if this card happens to be the glider, we'll feel pretty bad about that. Might just discard Go for Champions, honestly, because probably not advancing to stage 3 this turn. Honestly, wouldn't be the craziest thing. Maybe just Pot Shot. Well, but if it's a minion, I'm gonna feel bad about that. I guess probably just Spider-Man. Yeah, we're gonna be at full allies anyways. Okay, change to hero form. The villain attacks you. So So don't get to use Jesse there, but we'll block with Ironheart. Take 6. And then we'll trigger again. I think same logic here. Don't have a ton of thwarting immediately in hand. Could easily draw into some with Moon Girl, but I think with Unleash, I mean, we really want to get the chain started. So let's just go 2 indirect damage. Okay. So do we just start off with the Moon Girl for the most information? Sure. Mental. And yeah, it's not, honestly, the way some of these Unleashed turns, it's not crazy to say that we'd play Go for Champions this turn. Maybe a better question is, do I want Go for Champions in the discard so we can redraw it sooner? Actually, I think I like that. So 3rd Mental with Go for Champions to play Moon Girl. Draw 3. 1, 2. So especially with Clear the Area now, I'll easily be able to clear all 4 of these. Would love to draw Specialized Training this turn. That would get us pretty much fully set up. All right, and 3rd card off of Moon Girl. Easily enough thwarting now with the Lightspeed Flight. Pay 1 for the Unleash. We'll return it to hand with Miss Marvel. So let's hit Midtown Manhattan. Lots of resources. So if I hit Venom Goblin for 4 here, he'll get an extra boost card for this next scheme. We'd rather he get the extra boost card on an attack, but it doesn't feel great to just do no damage at all. Always looking for ways to spend the helmet before I use a basic Nova power. I guess I can... Yeah, this works here. I'll just Lightspeed Flight here. Or I guess here. Yeah, Lightspeed Flight here. And clear it for 1. Ooh, another clear. Yeah, we're super flush with resources, so might lose some helmet uses. Thwart here for 1. Clear. So draw 2 for Nova Force and clearing. Thwart this for... Thwart it for 1. do really want to finish it with clear the area for the draw. Maybe could have been a little more efficient somewhere there. Thwart it for 2. Finish it with clear. And now only thing to do really here is do a bunch of damage, so I think our turn looks too bad if we just do no damage at all because we're scared of this boost card. Okay, spend 3 for Stealth Strike to do 4. So that pops this and gives Venom Goblin the boost card. Then we can, oh well, I don't want to attack, I want to recover. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So pay 2 for a pot shot. Yeah, I guess I was thinking maybe holding on to the connection, but it doesn't really work out. Pay the connection for pot shot. Stick Overwatch here. Flip, recover. Activate Jesse. So look, hopefully next turn we can get Specialized Training and go for Champions active, so we can flip to Venom Goblin Stage 3. Deck feels small enough that we should be able to do that given that we've got Unleash in hand. And draw. Oh, there's Specialized Training. So I mean, I don't want to spend Nova Force to play that, but I'm going to keep it in hand. Alright, Villain Phase. Venom Goblin schemes for 1/2. Move the glider counter to the main scheme with the most threat, place 1 threat on it. I'm gonna move it, I think I don't want to trigger this discard this turn. And then second boost card, well, at least the glider's out of the way, but it is a scheme for 5, which is kind of a lot. Then we'll move this. I think we can put 1 threat everywhere. All right, 2 more encounter cards. Symbiote, totally fine. Monstrosity, be a little annoying, but still might have a chance to defeat that. 2 turns in a row, get Swinging Assaulted in alter ego form. So, block with Moon Girl. And now we have to move to Midtown Manhattan and take 2 indirect damage. Okay. So I'm thinking playing Nick Fury first. There are some... Oh, you know what I should have done? It's too late because we've seen the boost card, but I should have actually, I could have potentially just taken that attack and force field projection to kill the symbiote. Because we still have Unleash Nova Force active from last round. Yeah, shoot, if we hadn't seen the boost card already, I definitely would do that because it's always annoying to get rid of the patrol minion when we're trying to unleash. So as it is, I think we just need to play Nick to get this ball rolling a little more. So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4. I think keep multitasking in hand because it's my only thwart card in hand right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Draw 3. Ooh, pot shot. So, how soon can we clear specialized training? We can clear it with Nick plus an inefficient multitasking plus clear the area. Or just, I guess, Nick plus clear plus Nova. So, still one Unleash Nova Force in deck, which makes me less inclined to bounce this Unleash Nova Force to hand. Might as well save it, or save Miss Marvel's use. Let's pay 1 for the specialized training. We can still thwart this, even with a patrol minion in play. It's just you can't thwart the main scheme. Oh, and I guess I maybe, okay. I'm going to thwart it for 1 with Nova. Play Unleash Nova Force it. Play Unleash Nova Force and not bounce it. Nick Fury thwarts it for 2. Then we'll clear the area. So we'll get our Surveillance Specialist plus 1 thwart. After we basic thwart, draw a card. Ready and draw from Unleash, and then draw from Clear the Area for completing something. So I'm just going to attack the monstrosity, take 1 retaliate, to ready the helmet. I can use the helmet to pot shot the enraged symbiote. If I bounce it to hand here, I could possibly use it again on this monstrosity to kill it this turn. I would prefer to be using Miss Marvel on unleash Nova Forces. Just realized, I don't know if it's been going on for a while, someone's using some lawn equipment outside. I hope it's not too annoying. Okay, I was thinking about bouncing pot shot. I think I probably don't need to. Miss Marvel's uses are just so impactful. That'll kill the symbiote. We'll ready and draw. Stealth Strike gives me another way to possibly kill this, but now we can thwart a little bit. Thwart Midtown Manhattan for 2. So by clearing, we'll ready and draw. But then Surveillance Specialist will draw. Okay, we'd really love to defeat this monstrosity with the Stealth Strike for the 2 extra threat removal. Might not line up perfectly to do that. Thinking as well about this Go for Champions. Probably save it for next turn, because I'm still going to flip down to Alter Ego this turn. Oh, and I meant to, I was going to Overwatch to remove 2 threat from here when we thwarted that. Okay, I'll pay 2 for Wasp. I'm going to attack this symbiotic monstrosity with Wasp. So she'll take an extra consequential damage. Or an extra damage for Retaliate. Oh, that didn't work out. Okay. So instead of paying energy, I'll pay these 2. Wanted to maybe keep this in hand, but realized it doesn't work quite how I want it to. So attack it for 1 more with Nova, which readies the helmet, Retaliate. And now we can pay 3 for Stealth Strike to finish it off. Remove 2 threat here. Ready draw from Unleash. Okay, might not quite get to clear this one, which is not the end of the world. Thwart here for 2. Ready and draw. Or we draw multitasking. I'll just multitask it for 2. And thwart it for 2. So there is still our 1 Unleash in there, right? There's the one we played this round. So yep, still got our 1 Unleash that we'll draw into. But we're done in hero form. Recover for 3. Activate Jesse. See what we draw. So don't want to play anything else because I want to keep Go for Champions in hand for next turn. I could play Spider-Man and sacrifice a slot. But next turn is really going to be the Go for Champions turn. So I guess end of turn, I'll discard think I'll discard all 3 because just looking down the road, we still want to draw as fast as possible into our next Unleash Nova Force. Although we do have Miss Marvel out. So maybe there's a world where I keep Lightspeed Flight here. I'm going to keep Lightspeed Flight, actually. And we'll end the turn. Ooh, didn't draw our connection in the last 2 cards. Kind of a bummer. Okay. Villain phase, step 1. Venom Goblin schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move here. Now that we're back up to 2. Oh, and did we not draw Unleash either? Oh my goodness, we didn't draw Unleash either. Well, we've got 2 cards to draw. So, assuming no exhaustion, or, oh, we got Ironheart as well. Okay, so we should almost certainly draw it. 2 encounter cards. Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support. So I'm actually thinking I discard the helmet because we just bring it back for 1 resource with the Quinn Carrier. That's better than any of the alternatives. And a minion. Okay, not a bad turn at all. Let's go ahead and use that Quinn Carrier to bring Supernova Helmet back. Nick Fury was discarded at the end of the last round. Oh, we'll use Jesse. So actually, well, I guess am I forced to shuffle in a connection to the World Mind? I probably am. I've still got the draws to draw every card in here. So since I'm about to shuffle, I'm just going to peek to make sure I'm right. Okay. It was the other connection and the Unleash. And the one we get, the connection. So yeah, I need to draw 2 obviously, so that's just got to be Ironheart and Surveillance Specialist. So I can't recover, unfortunately. I'll flip to hero form. I guess I can play Ironheart first, because if we... well, I can be in... yeah. I guess we play Ironheart first, because if we draw Unleash Nova Force as the first card, then we can recover. But I can't use my helmet to pay for Ironheart if I do that. All right. Pay these 2 for Ironheart to draw. Man, last card. Okay. So then don't get to recover. Thwart here for 2. Don't want to clear anything yet because we're about to draw. Take our draw, get an encounter. So the tricky thing is, I'd love to play Go for Champions before using Miss Marvel, so that she doesn't take the consequential. But then do I have enough resources to do everything? So I could pay these 3 for Go for Champions, Helmet for Unleash, right, and that doesn't give me a resource to use Lightspeed Flight to start the Unleash, or to start drawing cards. So probably just means losing Miss Marvel, which is fine because we'll have Unleash Nova Force this turn. The next turn we'll draw our second one in at least within 2 turns, I would hope. So just got to slow roll the Go for Champions a bit, but that'll be fine. So pay 1 for Unleash, bounce it to hand with Miss Marvel, bounce it back to hand. Put Overwatch here. Spend the wild for Lightspeed Flight on Lower Manhattan. So pop Overwatch to remove 2 from here as well. Clear the last scheme to ready and draw. Thwart this for 2. Ready, draw. Ooh, pot shot, phenomenal. Draw there. See if I can use up this helmet before using Nova's activation. Not really. So, okay, let's just, yeah. Pot shot the Thrall. So, waste our ready, but we draw. Ooh, clear the area is good. We'll attack Venom Goblin for 1. Clear the area Upper Manhattan. Ready and draw 2. So, can I actually bring us to Venom Goblin stage 3? Huh. Might have screwed that up a bit. Well, I should have basically played Spider-Man first. Should have played Spider-Man first so that Nova's attack would be the one to clear Venom Goblin. Did I just draw Spider-Man though? No, I had. Well, because right, I could pay 3 for Spider-Man. Then I have 1, 2, only 2 left for Go for Champions. So definitely a miscalculation there. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're still fine. It's just annoying. So then I'll probably just save this for one more turn. Play out Skilled Investigator. See if I can move some stuff on my camera. Oh, we got plenty of room. get the ally row up front. Well, do I even... No, I guess I don't play Spider-Man either because... I want to keep both these cards in hand. So we'll attack for 1. Obviously we can get him down to 1 if we attack with Ironheart and Wasp. Attack with Ironheart just because she's going to block this turn. Or make her ready for a block. Then end of turn, we'll discard both of these. You know what? Nope, sorry. I think I can play Spider-Man. I don't get to keep connection to World Mine, but I can pay 1, 2, 3 for Spider-Man. And I guess, well, okay. Instead of Ironheart, no, okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, I do want him at 1. So instead of Ironheart attacking for 1, we'll say Spider-Man attacked for 2. So I've done several rollbacks here this video, but as long as I'm not giving myself any more information, I allow myself that. If you ever, see a boost card or see what you draw, that's enough to prevent you from correcting stuff. But we're already taking on a really hard scenario, so I kind of give myself some grace there. All right, and then I just don't want to use Ironheart to advance, nothing to thwart. So making slower, honestly, it's not crazy to say that we could just kill Venom Goblin in one go, depending on what we drew. And then never have to deal with those boost cards. Seen some decks on Marvel CDB where you lay the trap and followed so that you can go through stage 3 in one shot without seeing the villain phase. Alright, step 1, we get attacked. This will be a Wasp block. You are stunned. We're pretty good on damage, still have 2 blockers in case of emergency, so we'll go to Midtown Manhattan. We'd love to go to Lower Manhattan, but we're already there. And 2 encounter cards. Okay, tough one to see first because now treated as being a symbiote environment while there's no symbiote environment in play. Amplify icon, and this is the exact thing I wanted to avoid here, so resolve the special, and because there's a symbiote, we'll take 1 additional indirect, and then this will surge. I'll put 1 damage on Ironheart, in case she needs to block. Prefer not to put another damage on Miles, but I don't love putting damage on myself either, of course. Put 1 more on Miles and we'll take 1. This surges. And Venom Goblin attacks. So Ironheart block. Give the villain 2 additional boost cards. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 from Amplify. Move the glider counter to the main scheme with the most threat. place 1 threat on that scheme. So we have to do as much as we can, so we have to move it, even though everyone's tied. I'm going to put it here because I want to trigger Lower Manhattan's special when we're done here. So we place 1 threat on that scheme, and then just more icons. So Ironheart eats it all. And then we'll go here, place 1 threat on everything, plus an additional threat here because there's a symbiote. Okay, so don't feel like we have the hand to just win the game, but it wouldn't be the craziest thing that could happen. Spend 1 for Unleash, no Miss Marvel to bounce, but the other one is in the deck. Hopefully draw that by next turn. Let's spend 1, 2, 3 for Go for Champions. We are playing with the errata, so might have guessed because of the way I was playing, but we only get 1 shot. We're going to remove this from deck after we play it, which is the errata from Rules Reference 1.5. So we won't take damage to the end of the round, so I was saving it for the perfect turn to use it. We'll try to attack and be stunned. Spend spend Force Field for clear the area. So ready and draw 2. We'll finish off this stage of Venom Goblin, which does count as defeating an enemy. Go up to 21 health. So we get the Unleash Nova Force, ready and draw. Go Overwatch. On Lower Manhattan. Oh, give ourselves the 3 encounter cards before I forget. So thwart this for 2. Pop Overwatch to thwart this for 2. And clear the area here. Feels inefficient, but these were the most clearable things. So that'll be a ready and draw 2. Too many damaging cards here. Oh, did I draw off? No, I didn't draw off this yet. So we're gonna have Spider-Man just thwart this for 1. And then Nova thwarts it for 2 to clear. And assume I would have exhausted this if I had drawn off of it earlier. So draw from there. Okay, so can pile on some amount of damage here. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Nick, draw 3 cards. Have Nick thwart this for 2. Have Nova clear it. And then we'll just attack for 1. Oh, I suppose I should. Suppose I can get improvised weapons out of there. I didn't say it when I did it, but Spider-Man is a champion and doesn't take damage because of Go for Champions. And all my attacks here won't take Retaliate because of Go for Champions. Do I even need to discard that? I don't really think I need to. So we'll attack for 1, knock off the tough. Go for Pot Shot. Small deck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So guaranteed to see the Unleash Nova Force next turn. I think I'd rather just do more damage and ignore this improvised weapons. Oh, I never drew off Skilled Investigator. I'm going to say it's too late. Well, no, I missed it. Just in case I accidentally drew off of this earlier. I think we're in a good enough shape. So, stick Overwatch here, 'cause why not? Or we'll go here. Keep one of these Stealth Strikes actually, just because it does damage. But we'll spend 2 for Pot Shot for 4. Well, I'll keep the Stealth Strike if it's reasonable to win via damage next turn. Oh, we've seen all 3 Pot Shots. Yeah, it might be tough to get the damage next turn. I'm just gonna discard this. Try to get those Pot Shots. Need to make sure we draw Unleash Nova Force. And then we're just gonna stay in hero form to take full advantage of this Go for Champions effect. Okay, there's the Unleash. Ooh, Genius with Moon Girl is nice. Alright, 1 threat on each scheme. Venom Goblin attacks. Place 1 threat on each main scheme without the glider counter as a boost ability. So we won't be blocking any attacks this round because of Go for Champions being active. So now unfortunately we can't move this to Midtown Manhattan because it does not have the lowest threat anymore. So we've got to keep it here, put a threat on everything. That's kind of bad actually. And then 2 more encounter cards. Enraged Symbiote. VR1. Thrall. Thrall. Well, okay. Pretty pitiful Go for Champions at the end of the day. And I should have kept that Stealth Strike just to kill these minions. Oh, and, oh shoot. So Venom Goblin stage 3, when he triggers his forced response, when he triggers his forced response, we put 1 additional threat on the one. So does that change what we were legally allowed to do there? So in step 1, we put 1 on everything. The boost ability put 1 here. So Venom Goblins, okay, no, it doesn't change anything because we still can't move it off of here, but it should have gotten an extra, and then he didn't activate again. So after he attacks from this, we take 2 indirect damage. Okay, so really wish we had some pot shots here, but we'll still have a fine turn. So spend 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 Moon Girl, 3 mentals, so we'll draw 3 cards. Definitely want to clear We Are One if we're not winning this turn. So we drew 1 card, draw 2 more. So I don't think Nova will have a way to beat this Enraged Symbiote by himself. Unless I attack it first with like Miss Marvel, which is not good at all. So we'll have Moon Girl attack the symbiote for 2. So Quasar is interesting because it brings these all down to 2, so Nova can just hit each of them easily. Yeah, I want to play, well, let's play Unleash. Got the other one in hand. Okay, I think we'll just attack one of these Thralls. Definitely, because both of these have guard, I definitely don't think we're going to win the game this turn. Pay a wild to... I was planning to Lightspeed Flight. Yeah. Lightspeed Flight, Lower Manhattan. So we cleared something, so we'll ready and draw. Ooh, I like clear the area. So, okay. So I'm thinking, I guess, maybe not playing Quasar. Obviously, a lot of ways to make sure we clear everything and have a good turn, but we've gotten to this point before where you know, because of how hard each encounter, each villain phase can be, it's like that small lack in efficiency of, being able to clear one of these attachments is the difference between winning or losing. Okay, I'm thinking Quasar and pass on clear the area. I really like the Quasar, gives me more attack to put into the Thrall. I'm going to attack this Thrall for one more. Ready here. Oh, but I need... Wait, hold up. You know, I think I just need to thwart. I want to thwart to draw a card anyways. I'm going to thwart at some point, so I might as well thwart now. Don't think I need to pop this Overwatch. So thwart that for 2. Draw from this. Ooh. Nice one. Could help kill the Thrall. Also got the printed resources to defeat We Are One, so maybe I just... Well, we'll see. So now we'll clear the area Midtown. Ready and draw 2. Multitasking also has a physical resource. Would like to get Miss Marvel out. Help us try to win the game next turn. Okay, I'm gonna cash in Miles for 2 damage on this Thrall. And then finish it with Nova. Pot shot there as well. Okay. From drawing that, we actually aren't unrealistically far from winning. No, I think it's still just... If we were able to play every card in hand, maybe we could have 3 attacks for 4. Well, maybe even that wouldn't be enough. But okay, pot shot just got me excited there. And gotta remember I take Retaliate now on any attacks. I do think I want to play Miss Marvel, no matter what. So let's go 1, 2... Yeah, I guess I'm not playing Quasar at this point. Well, maybe. I guess, yeah. No, that's my only physical. Sorry, 1, 2... Maybe I need to see what I draw with Clear the Area first. Well, let's just... I'm always trying to use my resources before I use my helmet, before I use Nova's power. I think I value just the flexibility of seeing what we draw first, so we'll be a little inefficient here. But we'll spend a wild to pot shot the Symbiotic Thrall. So ready and draw. Okay, yeah, so Well, okay. Those are the 3 I'm preparing to spend as printed resources for We Are One. Let's thwart Upper Manhattan for 2. To ready the helmet. Use the helmet for clear the area. Ready and draw 2. Say you want thwarting. So I think I might as well just try to clear this as well, which I can use these resources for. Don't want to attack anymore because I want to recover. So let's just, so if I spend 3 to discard We Are One, I could do 3, well I still want to have 3 to play Miss Marvel. So that's really the only 2 things I can do. So I'll spend 3. For We Are One. And then we still got 2 pot shots in the deck, right? So good chance we draw into those, meaning I don't feel inclined to keep the Stealth Strike in hand just because it is pretty inefficient. So yeah, we'll pay these 3 for Miss Marvel. Flip to Alter Ego, recover. Use Jesse. Oh, actually don't have a connection yet. Okay, that's going to be one I'm going to discard end of turn. And all right, survive 1 more. And feeling good about winning the game next turn. So see what happens. There's a pot shot. Okay, connection lets us go up to 7. So kind of a resource heavy hand, but as always, we've got plenty of draw, hopefully. All right, 1 on the main schemes. Venom Goblin schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move this probably to Midtown. Because as long as I've got cards in hand, I feel like I can win. So let's take 2 indirect damage from Midtown, and it gets another threat. And 2 encounter cards. 1 runs out the deck. Second card for turn, and see what we get. Surge. Okay, that's irrelevant to stopping us from winning this turn. When the villain attacks, remove a bomb, counter, exhaust, and upgrade and support. Okay, 2 more indirect damage. Might put some on the allies here because I want to make sure we have enough health to attack and take the retaliates. Since this is hopefully the last turn, I mean, can just put 2 damage on Miss Marvel there, and it won't really matter. Pot shot is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we do need to draw into something else. We'll split the difference here. We'll do 1 on myself, 1 on Miss Marvel. That surges. Okay, irrelevant if we have enough damage. And the glider, okay. Obviously not a card we usually like to see, but as the last card drawn with no more activations, gives us our window here. So let's activate Jesse. Still no connections. Oh, another pot shot. That should do it. Flip to alter ego. Pot shot for 4. Bounce it to hand. Take 1, retaliate. Pot shot for 4. Take 1, retaliate. Attack for 1. 1, retaliate. Pot shot for 4. Okay. Can't wait to watch that back 2, 3, 4 times. Make sure we didn't make any mistakes this time. The thing that came up with the Shadow of the... We didn't draw Shadow of the Past. That messed me up last time, but obviously there's a number of places we could have made mistakes. Had a few backtracks in there. Don't think I ever missed the extra scheme with Venom Goblin. Obviously, you'd know if I did at this point, because I like to put notes if I catch stuff. Oh, I probably wouldn't have posted this at all if I found some mistakes. But here was a game where we played Unleash Nova Force every single turn of the game, I think. I don't think there was ever a turn where we didn't play it. So Generation X, still an all-star for Nova, I believe. Kind of miscounted, or my resources in the middle of the game there, where thought we could have gone a turn quicker. Not that we were like under a serious clock, but just the more turns total you have for things to go badly, the lower your win rate can be sometimes. But yeah, there we go. Right, as I said in the first video, super fun matchup. Wouldn't expect to win, even 50% of these games on this matchup, because of how that first turn can go. Certain encounter card chains, get that advanced glider first, and then Venom Goblin activates 1 or 2 more times, or you get the Goblin gear side scheme that gives tech attachment surge, and that surges into 1 or 2 things. Like, a lot of ways it can go wrong in the early turns, but as my core Marvel Champions philosophy is, kind of the harder it is or the less guaranteed your victory, the more satisfying the victory is. So very pleased to have this win on the channel, and hope you enjoyed seeing that. And won't be returning to this matchup now, assuming that was a clean run. And see you in whatever my next matchup is, which I'm not sure it'll be yet, but wanted to get this out there while I still have the decks built. So, okay, see everyone next time.